What's up guys, Kaiju here again with another video, and today I'll be talking about the Fantech Helios XD3 V2 V2 wireless mouse. I'm really stoked for this mouse, guys, because like ever since it was teased alongside with the XD5, and then that was just a rumor, and I was really hoping for it already because I always wanted to try the S2 shape, and then it was teased, announced, and it was already released internationally like a month ago, like last February. But ngayon lang siya, it was only available now in the Philippines. So yeah, I've only tested this for a day, so this is more like an initial impressions video. So first the box, you wouldn't expect this premium looking, premium feeling solid box for a I got this for 2,590 pesos, so that's around $50, 55 ish, something like that. So it's less than $60 because 3,000 pesos is $60, so it's, yeah, whatever. It's around 50, $55, something like that. I don't know how much it is internationally, but yeah, that's how much it is here in the Philippines. So unboxing experience was like, I was surprised because for that price point I'm expecting something budget, right? But no, this thing is premium. Unboxing itself, like when I opened the box and then I laid my eyes on this mouse, I was like, wow, sheesh, this thing looks premium. Like, I don't know, like it really looks premium. I don't think my phone is doing it justice, but yeah, my phone's camera, but this thing looks really premium and I really like it. So we have the mouse. So you have an extra set of mouse feet, and you got the USB receiver and the dongle here. Don't be surprised or scared like me, because when I opened this here, there was no, what do you call this? The dongle wasn't here, so I was like, oh no, I gotta have it replaced. But it was here in this zip bag. Then you got a cable. The cable, in my opinion, is a pretty good cable. I mean, it's a wireless mouse, so having a good cable is just a bonus. But yeah, in my opinion, this is a good cable. It's better than the VAC-C cable, and I'm not sure, but it's better than the Viper Mini cable. It's not paracord level or the best stock cable, but it's pretty good. Like I feel, even if you play it with the cable, it's still gonna feel wireless, especially on the bungee. But yeah, I mean, it's a wireless mouse. But big kudos to Fantech, man. Like Logitech G Pro Superlight costs like 3 times as much as this, but they give such a crap cable. But this is a good cable. Big thanks. Like kudos to Fantech. Like I'm really happy about it. Oh yeah, and the foam. I mean, who talks about the foam? But this thing is nice. This is dense. It's not your like whatever foam. So the mouse is protected inside. You got a warranty card, and you got a manual, and a message from Fantech, Fandy P, the CEO of Fantech, Fandy P. Yeah, he's part of the mouse group here in the Philippines, and he's actually replied to some of my comments. I think one or two, and yeah, I don't know. I just think that's pretty cool. Hi Fandy, if ever you're gonna watch this video. Oh, hi Josh as well, Fantech Josh, if ever you're gonna watch this video. Thanks for being such a cool guy and easily interactable with. Man, my English is off today. Hold on. I had to drink some water. This is like my third take of this. And yeah, you know how long my reviews are. Anyways, so the mouse itself, it's just an update of the V1. So this is an S2 clone. If you didn't know, yeah, it's an S2 clone. The mold comes from the same factory, I think. Okay, I just heard about this. I don't know whether it's official, real, or what, but it comes from the same factory, or it's the same mold with the pwnage S2, like the pwnage, the ironcat, the Xenix, the Titan, the Rock, S2 the OEM S2 clones. Same shape. So yeah, if you want to see like shape comparison with this, go to the ratings 3D comparison tool and click the pwnage sim 1. Okay, so yeah, it's an S2 clone, but uh it's a people have been saying it's a bit bulkier, you know, than the original S2, and I wouldn't be surprised if it is, because usually the those OEM clone molds are a bit bulkier than the original. Like for example, this is the Sim 2, the Viper Mini clone is bulkier than the Viper Mini, and the Talan Air, which is like the G Pro Superlight clone, yeah, it is bulkier than the original Superlight. So yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is actually bulkier than the original S2. So yeah, let's go first with the coating. So LMB, RMB, and the top shell, they have the same coating. It's a nice matte finish. Like it feels really premium. It looks pretty premium. It feels pretty premium, and it's grippy. And it's not a fingerprint magnet. Man, that's wow. Like it's grippy, but not a fingerprint magnet. So they're different compared to the sides. The sides have a more kind of plasticky feel, like textured plasticky feel. It's a bit similar, more similar to the side buttons, but uh by no means does it make it feel or look cheap. Like you won't even notice unless you really inspect it. And I really like it because it makes the mouse grippier. I don't think you need to put grip tapes on this mouse. The coating is really nice. It doesn't feel cheap. It feels really nice, and it's grippy. Or if it's still a bit too slippery for you, just warm up your hands a bit or spray some water on it or something, then you're all good. So the sound test. So yeah, I was already surprised by how premium this looks and feels, just holding it. And then I these are some nice clicks, man. These are some nice implementations of the Kale 8.0s. So yeah, the switches are Kale 8.0s, and I just can't stop clicking them because they feel really nice. Nice, crispy. They're not too hard, not too stiff, but not too light either. Barely, I don't think there's any actual pre or post travel. Barely. Like, they feel really nice and responsive. Like, and you're not gonna accidentally misclick them. They're not too soft. So it's like if 0 is the softest and 100 is the hardest. It's and then 50 is the middle. It's a bit on the 60 or 70 side, but yeah, but they're not fatiguing so far. I prefer these over the MZ1 and XM1R implementations. Oh, however, I haven't had an XM1R in a while, so I can't compare them side by side. But yeah, these are some great implementations. Also, I prefer them over the Sim 2 ones. These actually feel nicer and more responsive. Like they bounce right away, like click and bounce, click and bounce. Really nice buttons. Very well done, Fantech. Mwah. The side buttons are thocky. They're not clicky. They're thocky. Barely any pre or post travel as well. I mean, they're just preference. So like coming from, obviously these are better in my opinion, but yeah, preference. But they're still pretty good. I don't think they're cheap. They don't feel cheap for me. The DPI button, okay, the DPI button is what kind of feels cheap, but it's a DPI button, guys. I mean, come on. Like, who complains about a cheap feeling DPI button? Actually, it doesn't even feel that cheap. There's just a bit of pre-travel, and it feels a bit hollow, but it's not like a toy. The scroll wheel is nice and smooth, but you can still feel the steps. And then pressing it is a bit on the stiffer side, but not extremely stiff. It's lighter than the the Sim 2 one, but it's lighter than the Sim 2, but kind of harder to press compared to the NP01S. Um, yeah, sound test. Also nice and crispy. There's the scroll wheel, M1, M2, RMB, side buttons. Yeah, not the best sound test because it's like I'm using my phone to record this and there's like stuff going on in the background. So yeah, what man, I'm tired. And then the mouse feet are weird for me because they're like, I don't know if the phone will capture it, but there's some bumps. It makes the mouse feet uneven, like here in the corner. Like I actually thought that I had to get them replaced because there were some bumps on them, but they look like they're part of the actual design because yeah, they're even. Yeah, one here, one here, one here, one here. Even in the extra mouse feet, there's some bumps there. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of an oopsie because like it makes the glide feel weird. Like it feels like, how do you call it? It feels as if you have four small dots as mouse feet. Like, because that's what you feel, especially on a hard pad, or as not such a soft and squishy pad like a Condora pad and other, maybe an Active Control Plus, or other pads that aren't super squishy. Like compared to like other mice which have really flat mouse feet, like the glides of these are really nice. um you can feel these are full feet, right? So you can feel in these mouse that you can feel all the feet going like that. Like it's such a nice smooth glide. So the weird thing here is, since it has those bumps, it feels like you're just going on four small bumps as mouse feet. Like I can tell, like it's not. Wait, there's an airplane. I'm sorry. Like we're swiping around, I can tell that majority of the big feet, the aren't gliding, or aren't gliding as much, and I just find it kind of annoying because I like me some big ass feet. Some nice smooth big ass feet gliding nice, but you know yeah, not that nice. But the feeling itself doesn't feel bad. Like it's they're decent stock feet. I guess I give them like a six or I give them 7 out of 10. I give an 8 or even 9 out of 10. Uh, if it weren't for these, they're good, but by no means the same as aftermarket skates. And the number one stock skates are still the ROG Keris. I love the stock skates of this mouse. I prefer they feel like Tiger Arc ones, but heck, even a bit more premium or a bit more solid than Tiger Arc ones. Anyways, that's for the mouth feet. So what else? Yeah, I think I've covered it all. Yeah, the okay. So what's the difference from the V1? So the V1 is a 3335. This is a 3370 sensor. I don't actually know if you're gonna be able to tell the difference, but yeah, still I prefer 3370 over 3335 any day. And then USB Type C, the cable is pretty good. The weight is 83 grams. Oh yeah, the weight is 83 grams, and initially I was like, like it's a bit on the the mid heavier side, but and then I started maining vaccine mice and even this ROG Keris, which is 79. uh and the vaccine is like with the cable around 80 grams, I think. So I was like, it's not gonna be that different, right? But for some reason, those 3 grams, I don't know if they're actually 3 grams because I don't have a weighing scale, but on the box it's 83 grams. So I can tell the difference between this and this NP01S. And the weight is only different for like 2 to 3 grams, I think. So yeah, I can tell the difference of this. Like, yeah, I can usually I find it hard to tell the difference between like these like super light and NP01S. I can barely tell the difference. Like comparing them, like if I'm gonna scrutinize it, yeah, I can. This definitely feels lighter, but I can barely feel it. Um, Here I can definitely feel the I can definitely feel the difference. That's weird, but I don't know. So yeah, I think the weight is kind of holding it back, but I mean, it's 83 grams. Like, I mean, come on, guys. Like, especially if you play attack FPS, I think a bit of weight, a bit of stability wouldn't be that bad. I mean, CS:GO pros for the longest have been using Zowie B series, which is like 80 grams and above. People, they've been using Vaxi mice as well, which around that 80-gram range, 76, but that's without a cable, so 80 grams or something like that. But again, it just feels weird because I can feel the weight on this, but I mean, it's $50 and you get such a banger mouse. So yeah, it's good enough for me. Yeah. So far for me, it's like I give it like a 10 out of 10. Or if I'm gonna be extra meticulous because of the stupid mouse feet and the weight, maybe a 9.5 out of 10. But yeah, overall, because you're gonna consider the price of $50, I'd consider it a 10 out of 10. I really like it. I've tested it on Kovacs and Valorant Deathmatch and in the range. Yeah, no spin outs, no latency issues with the clicks. I tried going like this. I tried to make it spin out, but I couldn't. On a Condora pad. So yeah, overall, I really like this mouse. Such a banger mouse. So, uh, yeah, big props, Fantech. This is a good mouse. Anyways, I guess that's it. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.